Hi, I'm going to talk to you about today's math lesson. We are going to be focusing in on Module 7, Lesson 12. So here we go. All right, the goal of this lesson is to solve word problems involving different ways to make change from $1. Today's target is that at the end of this lesson, you should be able to say, I can solve word problems involving different ways to make change from $1. All right, here is our starting activity. If I have 45 cents, how many more cents do I need to make 100 cents, which is also equal to $1? So the first question I want you to ask is how many cents are in $1? Let's see, do we know how many cents are in $1? Good, there are 100 cents in $1. Now I have 45 cents. What is the next 10 cents I can make? What is the next 10 cents that I can make? So let's think. I'm trying to get to a friendly number here. Okay, so this next question is going to help me out with that. 45 needs how much more to make 50 cents? So 50 would be my next 10, which would be a friendly number or a multiple of 10 or a benchmark number, and it ends in 0. So if I'm at 45, how many more do I need to get to 50? Good, I need 5 cents. So we can represent that. I could use a number line, I could use the arrow way, but I can take 45 and I'm going to get to 50. And the way that I'm going to get to 50 is I'm going to add 5 cents. So I want you to keep track of how much we're adding on. So I added 5 cents here. All right, let's look at our next step. Am I at 100 cents yet? No, I'm only at 50. 50 cents needs how much more to make 100 cents? 50 needs how many more to make 100? Now that, I think I could solve that in my head because 50 is a multiple of 10. It's a benchmark number. It's a number that ends in 0, and I can do that in my head. So if I'm at 50 and I need to get to 100, how much more do I need to count on or add on? Let's count that with me. Let's count by tens. Ready? Put 50 in your head. Good. Now let's count on. 50, count by tens. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Good. So how many multiples of 10 did I add? Good. I added 5 multiples of 10, which is 50. All right. Now remember, though, I didn't just add 50 because earlier I added the 5. So now I have to combine these two that I added. So I have to combine this 50 with this 5. So here's my last question. 45 cents and what makes $1? You got it, 55 cents. So now I can write 55 cents here. So now that you know how to solve this kind of problem, now here is your challenge. On notebook paper, I want you to do the same thing with 28 cents. Try to get to $1 or 100 cents, 73 cents, and 14 cents. All right. Now that you know what we're going to do on that, we're going to go to the next one, which is our application problem. All right, so look at your application problem. We can write 100 cents as $1 in our number sentence. Richie has 24 cents. How much more money does he need to make $1? I like the way that we're going to read, draw, and write. So I read the problem. Now I need to draw. Now look at that number bond right there. Oh, nice job. They have written $1 as my whole and 24 as my good, as my part. And now I'm missing another part. So how am I going to get that missing part? Let's see. If I have 24 and I need to add on to that to get $1 because I know that 2 parts are equal to a whole. So I know that my 2 parts are equal to my whole. So right here, this one part of 24 needs to be added to make needs to be added together with this mystery number. So I'm going to take this number, I'm going to add it to this mystery number here, and then that's how I'm going to get my answer. So 24 plus something equals $1. Now look how they use the arrowway here. 24 plus 6. Why did they pick 6? Because they're trying to get to a benchmark number or a multiple of 10, a number that ends in 0. 0 is my hero and 0 is my friend. So I started with 24, I added up 6, I got to 30. Now look how easy it is to go from 30 to 100. You just count that by tens, put 30 in your head and count on. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So I have 5 tens, 6, 7 tens. Yep, 70, but that's not my answer. Don't forget that you got to go back and you need to add both of your parts that you counted, because we put these as separate amounts because we were trying to get to that friendly number. So now add back the 70 and the 6, and 70 plus 6 makes 76. Good. And did they write a number sentence? Yes. But one thing, I would have gone back here and filled in my number sentence. They wrote a word sentence, but their number sentence was missing a part. So I'd fill that in, and you could even fill in your part whole chart. 76 there. So if you solved your application problem today, nice job. I think we have a few more things to do. So let's keep going. All right, let's look at this word problem. Shay buys a balloon for 57 cents. She hands the cashier $1. How much change will she receive? Okay, now here we're going to have a bar model to show this, okay? So I'm going to make this a little bigger so you can see. So the first thing I want to do is I want to think about that hole. Now in our last problem, we drew part hole using our model there with our part hole model, number bond. And now here we're showing that same way, except we're showing this with a tape diagram or a bar model. So if I know that the hole is $1, that's how much she hands the cashier. Now, the balloon costs 57 cents. So that is how much that she's going to need to pay. We need to know her change. So I know that 57 and a part is going to make $1. So $1 is going to be my total or my whole. And these two parts are going to equal to this $1. So now I could use the arrowway here to count up from 57. And the reason why I would do that is I would do that because I'm trying to get to a number that ends in 0. So if I'm at 57, I have to think 7 and what make 10? 7 and what make 10? 7 and 3. So if I add 3 here to that 57, that gives me 60. Now, am I at $1 yet? No. I got to count up till I get to $1 or 100 cents, because I know that $1 and 100 cents are the same. So I'm going to start with 60 and I'm going to count up. Put 60 in your head. Count by 10, 70, 80, 90, 100. That is 40 cents. So I'm going to put plus 40. But don't forget, you got to add both of your parts. I'm going to add my 40 and my 3, which is 43. Fill it in. Make sure you have your word sentence and your number sentence. And they did that here for us. Now let's see if we have some problems that we're going to be able to do on our own, because that problem was an example. Yep. All right, so you're going to pause the video here. You're going to use your pencil and paper, and you're going to try and solve this problem on your own. And then you can even take a picture of it and upload it to our page, and your teachers will be able to see it, and they will be so excited. You ready? Here's your problem. Jamie buys a baseball card. He gives the cashier $1. Jamie gets 2 dimes, 1 quarter, and 1 penny in change. How much did Jamie's baseball card cost? Okay, I think I'm going to read it again, draw, and then write my answer. with a number sentence and a word sentence. And I really think I'm going to need something to help me with that problem. Like I'm going to need a number bond or a tape diagram. I want to see if you're going to draw those. That would be great. All right, now these are a few more practice questions that you're going to do. You can solve using the arrow way, a number bond, or a tape diagram. Jeremy had 80 cents. How much more does he need to have $1? Oh my, I bet you can use mental math for that. I bet you can. Now, number two, you may need to show your work for number two. Abby bought a banana for 35 cents. She gave the cashier $1. How much change did she receive? Use your redraw right process for that. You can do it. All right. You did such a good job today. We're going to review our lesson. What is another way we can think about a dollar? You got it. 100 cents. 100 cents is the same as a dollar. Now, I want you to go back and look at those problems that you were solving. Okay. Now, you don't have a partner to talk about these, but you can talk about them with another adult or if there's another child at your house. And I want you to think there's a question in there and it's going to ask you about those cents that equal a dollar. How did you figure out that they're the same? So think about that. If you know that 100 cents is the same as a dollar, that's the same. That's what we're looking for. Those units are the same. So whether it's coins or whether it's numbers, you're solving them the same way as if they were money or they were not money. They are both the same unit of value. All right, and then I want you to think about $1 minus 35 cents. You may not have had that problem, but think about how you could take a dollar and you could subtract 35 cents. Here we were adding on, but could you also subtract from? So a dollar is equal to 100 cents. So could you do 100 cents minus 35 cents? I bet you could. All right, here is our exit ticket, our last problem of the day. Solve using the arrow way, a number bond, or a tape diagram. Jacob bought a piece of gum for 26 cents and a newspaper for 61 cents. Two-step problem. Who is up for that challenge today? He gave the cashier $1. How much money did he get back? Uh-oh. I bet I have some friends in here that are up for this challenge because this is a two-step word problem. This may be the one you want to post for all your teachers to see. All right, friends, I hope you had fun today. This was our review lesson for lesson 12. Parents, if you need some support, there is a video there as well for you. All right, friends, until next time, have a good one. We miss seeing you. Bye-bye.